Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Valerine here. Thank you so much for being here. I have started a series recently on my channel, and it's about doing a tailored slipcover for my sectional. The last video, part 3, that I uploaded was to show you how I make covers for the back cushions, right? Now, what I want to do in this video is show you how to calculate how much fabric you will need for, if you have a situation like mine, back cushions, right? Now, this should be transferable even if you're doing like a big piece of foam for a back cushion. You should be able to use this to calculate fabric for that too, right? Now, the first thing we want to do is establish the width of a fabric, right? Now the width of the fabric I used was 54 inches. So let's just use a 54-inch fabric. The measurements of the panels that I cut for the cover were 25 inches long by 27 inches wide. Now, because the fabric was 54 inches wide and the width of my panel here was 27 inches, it means then that I was able to get both the back and the front panel from the same width of fabric. So therefore, all I need to concern myself here with is the length. The length is 25 inches. I covered 8 cushions. Therefore, what I would do is multiply the 25 inches by 8. Now, I am going to, after I'm finished here, I am going to do another measurement here. Instead of just 27, I'm going to go maybe to 32 just to show you, because that would be a bit different, right? So let's multiply 25 by 8. 8 fives are 40. 0 carry 4, 2 8s are 16, and 4 20. That's 200 inches, right? Now, what we want to do is take this 200 inches and divide that by 36 inches. And we do that because there are 36 inches in a yard, and we buy fabric by the yard. Now, I don't want to do long division, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a calculator. Okay, so that's 200 divided by 36 equals 5.55 yards of fabric. Now, we never, ever round down. We actually round up because we don't want to run short of fabric. So we could say then we need 5.6 yards, or we could just say 6 yards. And if you put it up to 6 yards, it means then that you can cover a bit of wastage. And a bit of wastage is usually if your fabric isn't straight and you want to go ahead and straighten the fabric, then you have a little room to play with that. However, different fabrics have different dye lots. And you may buy a piece of fabric today and go back to buy it tomorrow, and it's from a different roll, and there might be a bit of discrepancy between the two. So you may want to buy just more than the 6 yard. You may want to do 5 to 10% more of that, right? Just so if one of your covers go bad, you can actually still have enough fabric to cover everything, right? So yeah, that is how you calculate how much fabric you would need for 8 of these covers. However, if, for example, let's say your width is 32 inches. This 32 inches, when multiplied by 2 for 2 panels, the back and the front panel, that would be more than 54 inches. Therefore, for this 54-inch fabric, I or you would only be able to get 1 panel from the width of that fabric, right? So we will need 1 width for the back, and we will need 1 width, for the back, and 1 width for the front. Therefore, what we would have to do is multiply 8 by 2, and 2 8s are 16. Then we'll take this 16, because we will need 16 panels, right? Front, back, front, back, front, back, 16 panels. So we will take this 16 and we will multiply by 25 inches, because the length of our panels is 25 inches. 6 5s are 30. 2 6s are 12, and 3 15, 1 5 5, 1 2 2, 0 0 4. So that's 400 inches of fabric. Then you will take that 400 inches and you will divide that by 36. 36 into 40, that's 1, and we are left with 4. 36 into 40, that's another 1, and we are left with 4. So we would need, see the big difference, guys? The bigger your panel has to be to cover your pillow is so much more material that you will need. Plus, you will have a big offcut, because when you take 32 from 54, you're going to have 22 inches of fabric left over that. Maybe you can make some throw cushions. However, I would suggest that if you have a very stable fabric, and okay, let's get back to this. So yeah, you would need 11.4 yards of fabric, and I would just round up to 11.5, which is 11.5 yards of fabric. But as I was saying, in terms of the wastage, if you are working with fabric that's pretty stable, which when I say stable, it's like stable, it doesn't shift around, it doesn't stretch when it's railroaded or when it goes on the diagonal, then you could actually go ahead and switch out your width for your length and your length for your width, which means that instead of cutting across the fabric, you would cut down the fabric, right? So you would still be able to use like maybe 5 to 6 yards of fabric instead of 11 yards of fabric, and that is good, especially if you're buying fabric that is very expensive. I hope this was helpful. Please drop it in the comments. Let me know. Ask your questions if you have any questions. And please check out those videos that I have posted with in the series, in the playlist. I've actually created a playlist for all the videos that I will be doing for the slip cover, right? So yeah, guys, thank you so much again for being here. Please like, share, comment, and yeah, check out those videos. See you again soon. There's one more calculations lesson. I will do one more when I'm doing the seat cushions.